Dave Palumbo with RxMuscle.com. I am here in downtown Prague, Czech Republic. Johnny Styles and I just got off an airplane. We're very tired, but we're going to stay awake. That's the rule of the game. We stay awake till tonight. Tomorrow is going to be the IFBB Prague Pro show here, where we have Kai Green returning after 2 second places, once at the Olympia, once at the Arnold Europe. Phil Heath will not be here. I see that also, in addition to Kai Green, challenging him will be Dexter Jackson, who sat the Arnold Europe out. I believe Victor Martinez is in this lineup. Fred Biggie Smalls is in this lineup. It looks to be a great show. And if you look around here in the background, you can see some of the crazy architecture. I think that's a mosque in the back there. We have the arena off in the distance over there. Johnny and I haven't eaten anything, and we're dying for a cup of coffee to keep ourselves awake here. But let's get back to the show for a minute. Kai Green has a lot to prove here. He was very disappointed after his loss to Phil Heath last week. Arguably, some people felt that he deserved to win. His trainer, George Farrah, felt that way. I know other people felt that way. I felt that Phil just edged him out. But I have to believe that Kai is getting better and better week to week. He did not fly back to the United States. He stayed in Europe here. So I have to assume also that's going to be better for his head and for his body, less water retention. Kai obviously wants this win bad. There's a lot of money up for grabs. I believe it's $60,000 first prize. You know that's why Dexter Jackson's in the hunt here. He wants to go home with that first place check. Dexter, for some reason, skipped the Arnold Europe. I'm not really sure why. Some people might have speculated that he lost 2 years ago here to Victor Martinez. Might have been disgruntled over that, or maybe he just had something to do. But I think Dexter is going to be a true challenge to Kai. If Kai comes in a little off and Dexter gets a little better from when he was at the Olympia, it could be a game. If Dexter doesn't, rise to the occasion, so to speak, and Kai comes in even the same as he was last week, I think it's a foregone conclusion that Kai Green will win here. Victor Martinez, who's surging, also seems to be, if he shows up, will be a contender here. He can certainly be a top 3 finisher. I wouldn't be surprised if he moves up another couple places from his 5th place at the Arnold Europe last week. Now, when you look at Kai Green, you say to yourself, this is his show to lose. And Kai Green has lost shows before because it was his show to lose. So, once again, it's not a foregone conclusion that he will win here come tomorrow night. But I know he's very focused, and I think a win under his belt will give him a lot of momentum going into next year's season. Hopefully, we'll see him at the Arnold Classic in Columbus, Ohio, as well as maybe some of the other Arnolds, because there's supposed to be 5 of them next year. We have some super freaks in the lineup. Martin Kellstrom is coming back from looking pretty good last week. I think he makes the top 10. I think he's working with Dennis James now. I think Tony Freeman is in this lineup as well. So the X-Man can always be a big factor. You can't count him out. He can certainly be a top 3 finisher here in Prague. And like I said, with that kind of money on the line, we're going to see the best of the best here. I noticed that there's a 212 event here with, I see Flex Lewis is going to be entering that. I don't think anyone will beat this guy. Chris Aceto and I talked about him. I don't know if there's anyone in the 212 division that could beat Flex Lewis. Certainly not here in Prague. I would have liked to almost see him in the open division to see how he could have done. I think he probably would have made top 5. That's going to be pretty interesting. We have a bikini division here as well as an amateur bikini Olympia. So it's a huge event here in Prague. I'm excited. I want to go see some of the sites here. It's a little late. Our fight was a little delayed coming in from Amsterdam. However, Johnny was not eating magic mushrooms, just for those of you who might want to know. Let's go take a look and see what we got here. I see a zoo. You know how much I like animals and zoos. Let's check out what's going on in Prague. I'm trying to get my press credentials. Evidently, no one knows who we are, and it seems to be. But George Farrah knows who I am.
George Farrah.
He knows who I am. Because you know The Rock, that's why. You know who The Rock.
That's not why.
She doesn't know who I am. No one knows who I am. So I'm trying to find out him. I got my good friend Marvin over here from Holland. He has a credential, but I don't have a credential. We're calling. They're calling the president right now because for some reason no one knows who I am here. I found my good friend, IFBB President Rafael Santoja. I was in search of my press passes, but he's the man. You were the man here. You had a great showing at the Arnold Europe. Right in your own backyard. You threw a wonderful party. We loved it. I mean, it was so great. I had such a good time. You know, I can't wait to come back next year. We're here in Prague now. This is a big show, a lot of money at stake. Bodybuilding seems to be growing throughout the world, more so than in the United States, maybe.
Well, it's growing worldwide. This is a teamwork. IFBB is growing in the 5 continents. Just 10 days ago, we got the fantastic news that the Olympic Council of Asia recognized bodybuilding. All the Olympic committees in Asia are now incorporating bodybuilding, and our athletes are going to be in the next Asian Games. We had been 1 week ago with Governor Schwarzenegger in Madrid.
Yes.
That was great. And now we are here in Prague, ready to enjoy a beautiful city, fantastic, beautiful city, and an amazing event with bikini athletes, 2012, open category. It's going to be fantastic, all the program tomorrow.
Is it true we're going to see 5 Arnold Classics next year?
Well, we are going to have 4.
4.
As far as I know. You know, in Spanish we are difficult with countings. 1, 2, 3. 1 Columbus. Then in April we are going to have Rio de Janeiro, that is the capital city for sport nowadays. Then we are going to have Madrid. 1 week after the Mr. Olympia in Las Vegas. And then
what's the 4th?
The office is working, Columbus office is working very hard in order to have the 4 ready and settled in China next year. China.
Wow.
But still things to go, because an Arnold event is not an easy thing. 99% is going to be next year, otherwise it's going to be the next one. We are working hard in order to have, with the inspiration of Arnold Schwarzenegger, with the governor, with our iconic idol in sport, we are expecting to have 1 Arnold event in every continent. So this is a project.
Great news.
And of course we have to speak about the Olympia Amateur, because
when is that coming about?
We are having Olympia Amateur the first, if I am not wrong, the first weekend of December in Manama. Amazing, Manama, the kingdom of Bahrain.
Bahrain, oh, I was saying Middle East, we need that.
Organized by His Excellency Sheikh Abdallah, the president of Eurasian Federation, a person that truly loves sport.
So will you be giving pro cards out of that?
Yes, of course. And in June next year here, the Olympia Amateur, and in November, the late of November next year, another Olympia Amateur in Moscow, in Russia.
Pretty soon, every weekend is going to be a show.
Listen,
I have a lot of frequent flyer miles.
I have news for you. IFBB organized last year, between national, continental, regional events, over 1,400 competitions.
Oh my God.
So,
wow.
And actually I have to go Sunday, to Corsica, to the Mediterranean Championship.
You travel more than I do. Are you a million-mile traveler?
I travel about 50 countries per year since 30 years.
You have a million miles, right? You're always first class, right?
I don't know what I have.
he's probably 2 or 3 million miles.
I have something great. I have the great luck to be in this fantastic family that is the bodybuilding family, in which we have friends worldwide. We have now 189 members. This week, Mauritania joined the IFBB. The country number 189. We are a global family.
I'm waiting for 200 by next year.
Let's look for it.
Thank you, Rafael. All right, we just finished eating. I had a great little dinner, and we were sitting with Fred Biggie Smalls and talking to him. He's all excited about getting on stage tomorrow. And right after we talked to Rafael Santoja, our IFBB president, guess what? All of a sudden we got press passes. They came to us very nicely, and they cleared up all the misconceptions and whatever was going on. And so tomorrow we'll have our red wristbands and we'll be covering the show. But I wanted to just finish my little day one video here with, I noticed they have a fish tank here in the hotel lobby, and if you can see the big tricolor shark there, that's one of the biggest tricolor sharks I've ever seen in my life. And I know you guys like when I give you a little bit of a history lesson in aquarium, I guess you could say, rights. You have a green severum down there. I don't know if Johnny can see that. That's another big one. And we have some neon tetras in there. We have some driftwood to make the water a little harder. And that's why they have some little African cichlids down there. But we will end with my friend here on the floor. He's working for Johnny and I this weekend. He'll be sizing pictures all weekend long. We like to recruit new people here, and we're recruiting our Czech friend here to cover the show with us. Guys, stay tuned all weekend long to rxmuscle.com for the most up-to-date videos and pictures here at the Prague Show.